Good morning. God, I can barely see. There's so much glare. Good morning. How are you? So I think we're going to miss Anne today. I don't know where Val is. But we're here, right, Sue? Are you ready? You ready? Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. All good? I can't hear you, but.
Well, you can't hear me because I'm muted.
Okay, there you go. So you can hear me okay, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Woohoo! Okay, let's get the party going. Happy Saturday. Okay, take a nice big deep breath. And then come all the way down into a full fold, pushing that rear end backwards. Just hang out here for a few breaths. And if you can go towards a straight leg, not a bad idea. Okay, put your hands above your knees and then come up nice and slow while you pull in the stomach. So much to think about. Sweep the arms back up. We're going to run through the same thing again. All the way down, butt pushes back. Just kind of let your head go where it wants to hang out. Hands above the knees, come all the way back up. Big deep breath. And take it back down. We're going to do some butt kicks. So get those heels kicking up nice and high and just go side to side. Trying to warm up these hamstrings a little bit. Get some good blood flow. Okay, now do knee lifts out in front. Get them nice and high. Great job. Woohoo! We're getting it done. Okay, elbows back, make a fist, fold halfway down, and then come back up. Again, you want that rear end pushing backwards, right? As far back as you can get it. Of course, without falling backwards. Keep the elbows up. Do a few more. Okay, release the arms, fold all the way down, and we're going to walk ourselves out to a plank. So just little steps with the hands, come forward. Get into your plank position with your shoulders over the wrists. Now pull through down dog. And let's drive those heels to the floor. So we're trying to stretch out our calves. Just go side to side. So stretching when you're going to start a warm-up is more about just creating blood flow and movement. It's not really about holding stretches. Now pull the shoulders forward over those wrists again and move back. And just go between the two, forward and back. Keep sucking in your belly. Butt gets nice and high. When you pull back, you want to stay high up on the toes. Let's just do a few more. Okay, walk those feet forward. You're back in your forward fold. just looking through your knees. Now from here, we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. And then exhale, fold back down. And do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Now, nice, slow reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. Sweep the arms to the ceiling. And left one comes down. Push that hip out to the side. Reach this arm nice and long. And then do the same on the other side. And we're just going to go between the two sides. Nice and slow and very methodical, right? Just think about lifting and creating length. Couple more. Okay, here are your last two. Now, pick up your right foot, little balance challenge and a quad stretch at the same time. Sweep your left arm up and just hold it. No big deal. And then switch. Grab that foot, sweep the arm up. So you're getting a nice release right in the front of the quad. And let's switch again. And switch. And one more time on each side. This is your last little part of the warm-up. Okay, pick up one heavy weight. We're just going to keep it out in front. You're just going to squat down and come back up. So it's not your deepest squat that you've ever done in your entire life. It's just a little squat warming up the legs. So keeping weight in one arm really makes you think about engaging your core. That's why I like doing it. Okay, now just switch it over to the other arm and start your squats again. You want to keep that spine long, right? We're not rounding the upper back. Couple more. Okay, now take the weight out to the side. We're going to do what they call a suitcase squat. So you're holding the weight in the right hand. Come down, put it on the floor, come back up. Come back down, pick it up. So just keep that going. The pace is going to be a little bit quicker. You're just lifting and lowering. Again, keeping your core nice and engaged, getting some good work to these legs, right? Okay, now switch hands at the top, other side. Same thing. Take it down, come back up. And repeat. So you might be noticing that your heart rate's coming up a bit because we're moving at a pretty good pace, which is fabulous. Why not? Getting that heart rate up is always good. We have 4 more. 3. You really want to try to keep equal balance in both feet, right? Equal weight in both feet. Last one. Nice. Okay. Grab a quick sip. We're going to do some shoulder work. Cheers. So grateful for you, Sue. So grateful. Okay, shoulder the weight. Take your feet a little wider apart. And then just up and down with the right arm. Should be using the heaviest weight you got, hopefully. I'm going to do 5 more. Keep your stomach really tight. No movement in the hips, right? Okay, switch sides. Shoulder it. Here we go. Try to really control it when you're bringing the arm down. Tummy is nice and tight. Glutes are also working. You're nice and stable because you got your feet a little farther apart. Let's get in a few more here, maybe 4. Okay, put it down. Whew. We're going to do some bicep work today. Last Tuesday, we did a lot of triceps. We did some biceps, but not many. We're going to do a lot today. So maybe a good idea to have heavy and a little bit less heavy in case you need to switch. Pick up the heaviest one. We'll start heavy. Start curling right arm only. Again, you're working the full extension. The arm's going all the way down and then bring it all the way back up. You want to be really broad through your shoulders here and keep the elbow close to the body. Okay, switch hands. Start the other side. We are going to get these biceps working today. We're also going to incorporate a little balanced leg work, single leg squats, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, switch again, keep going. And again, if this weight gets too heavy and you feel like your form is compromising, switch weights. When you can't go anymore, take it to the other side and start again. Use your breath, right, to help you. Blow it out. Okay, I have to switch. Keep going if you don't have to. So you're back to the other side. After this round, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a break. We're going to come back to these biceps though, because I know they're not done. Who doesn't like having nice arms, right? You got to beat them up a little bit for them to look good. So today, we're beating them up. Switch hands. And if you can do more reps on that one side, stay there longer. Just keep going back and forth when you can't go anymore. Nice. Nice and broad, good posture is super duper important. Okay. We're coming back to these biceps, but right now we're going to give our arms a break. Grab your band. We're going to put it around our lower legs and we're going to work the outer butt. Love doing this exercise. We don't do it nearly enough. So grab your band, just like, you know, you're just above the ankles. Then you're going to have yourself a nice little lie down. And take those legs nice and wide. Figure out how far you can really stretch that band and then just hold it for a sec. Or 2 or 3 or 4 or 30. Just hold it. Now you want to be actively, that's the important word to hear, actively pulling the stomach down. Take those feet, spread them a little farther if you can. Just keep holding. Nice job. We're going to hang out here for about 10 more seconds. And then we're going to bring some movement to these legs. Keep working the tummy. Okay, you're going to release the tension in the band and take it out as far as you can again and just hold it. It's amazing what you can do with these little bands that take up no space at all. They're great to travel with. Okay, release the tension in the band. Bring it back. hold it. So you got to ask yourself, are my feet as far apart as I can get them? You want to be actively maintaining that push apart movement. Even though it's isometric, you can't see the legs moving, but you're working that band as best you can. Okay, release the tension. Take it back. Make it great. Really push them. You can make this a really challenging move, or you can cheat it a little and not work your full range. Release the tension. I'm just going to have you bend your knees into the chest, little reprieve here. We're going to come back and we're going to start moving through this exercise. So straighten out the legs, open the band as wide as you can, and then close it. And repeat, open and close. Now, on the close, I would like you to go nice and slow. So you should be feeling this on your side, the hips, right? The outer hips. That's where I'm feeling it. Who doesn't like working that? In and out. Yes, you can. You got to just ignore those messages that come into your brain that say you got to stop. Just work through them. Give yourself a little bit more. Get a little bit more edgy. And kind of go for it. That's really how we bring change to the body. Stopping the first message your brain sends you, not a good idea. Okay, I'm shooting here for 5 more. I'm definitely feeling this. It's getting very uncomfortable, which is good. 4, and we're going to add a little pulse at the end. 3, 2, open up wide, out and in an inch. Go for it. Oh my God. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, I think we killed that sucker. But here's the good news. We're going to come back and do it again. It's going to get really ugly. My motto with exercise is embrace the things that you don't like, as opposed to avoiding them. Okay, biceps. I know you couldn't have guessed it. Let's go. Start out heavy, switch if you need to. Right hand only, feet fairly wide apart. Start your curls. Have a backup weight nearby in case you need to bring it to the party. Oh, do as many as you can and then switch. You might be doing a lot more than me. Don't worry. It's your body, it's your workout. Get these biceps waking up and challenged. So it's not about counting reps. It's about getting a bit edgy today. When you can't go anymore on the arm, go to the other one. Couldn't get that one, so it's time to switch. You know, when you can't even lift it, it's time to go to the other side. It's perfectly normal if you're better on one side than the other. Okay. So we have 2 more rounds before we go back to our lovely friend, the band. So I've just switched. I'm going to do 1 more on each side after this one, because I can. Again, pushing the edge. Like they say, pushing the envelope. Okay, 1 more time on each side. And you'll notice I'm not going fast. I'm resisting the weight as I lower it. especially if your weights, if you don't have access to a super heavy weight that's really challenging you, that's when you really need to make sure you're working the negative of the move also. Okay, this is our last side. Now, when we go back to the band, we're going to switch the order. We're going to start out with moving it, and we're going to finish with those band holds. Just to keep you guessing. You don't want to be able to predict me, right? Okay, that's enough for the arms. Grab that band again. Have a seat. So, just above the ankles, lie down. Here we go. So we got a straight leg. I'm going to open as far as I can and release all the tension. And when you see people doing this, sometimes they don't release it. I like you starting from scratch each time. So you got to bring your feet close enough together that the band loses its tension. Oh, this is feeling a little easier than I thought it was. Okay, make sure you're hollowing out the stomach, right? You got to actively pull it down. Keep the legs locked out straight, no bends in the knees. And you got to say to yourself, am I getting them as wide as I can each time? So we have 8 more of these, unless of course we're still not feeling it hard. In that case, you keep going. Or switch your bands to a tighter one. Don't lose your range. That's the most important here. You got to give it that extra oomph, that extra little push or pull apart, whatever. Okay, out wide, just hold. Actively pull the legs apart. Bring the feet together. Get rid of the tension. Bring it back as wide as you can. Bring the feet back together. Again, open really wide. Just rock it here, do it, get it done. Anything's possible, it's Saturday. Bring it back together, you have one more time. Out, make this one your last one, fantastic. We're gonna hold it here about 10 seconds and we're adding that little pulse. Okay, pulse, in and out an inch. You gotta hold the feet wide apart though. Oh my goodness, can't do any more. If you can do more, keep going. I'll just get a quick little sip of water and hang out and wait for you. Cheers. Okay, come on back up when you're ready. We're gonna do our last round of biceps. Okay, so grab your heavy weight. Here we go. Right hand first. I always like to start on the same side. Really use your breath if this starts to get really difficult. Blow that air out as you lift the hand up. Switch hands when you can't do anymore. Or go to a lighter weight and keep going. Everybody kind of has their own shtick about how they like to exhaust the muscle. It's really good to go till you just can't lift it anymore. Switch when you need to. Resist it, go nice and slow on the way down. At least give me 3 counts down. Nice. Switch. So our next challenge are going to be, we're going to start out with 2 weights, your heaviest ones, and we're going to do a squat to a curl to an overhead press. That is, in my opinion, one of the most challenging exercises to do in a weight class. And that's why we're doing it. Okay, so keep it going here. We're almost done. We're going to do the left arm, and then we're going to come back and do 1 more round of each. And I think that might be just what the doctor ordered in terms of amount of work on these biceps, besides what we're going to be doing in our curl to press. Okay, that's it for this girl. So shake out the arms, grab a quick sip, get ready for the hardest move of the day. So I'm going to start out with my heaviest. I might need to switch, but it's always good to test it out, right? So we've got weights by our side, palms face the body, come down to a squat, come up, turn the palms, curl them, turn them, and press them. Bring them back and then lower slow, open to the side, squat again, come up, curl, turn and press. Now, when you're taking them overhead, you really want to make sure you're not pulling those hips forward. We're kind of really breaking this into 3 separate exercises. For now. Okay, we're going to do 2 more here. My biceps, I can't even, I'm switching. I'm switching. I'll catch up, don't worry. Okay, squat, this is your last one. Now, just shoulder the weights, alternate 1 at a time. Nice. So you notice we picked up a little pace here. We're going a little quicker. Glutes are tight, tummy is in. Don't let the hips pull forward. We're going to wear out these shoulders. Lily, come here. Come. Come here. Come. You got to stay. Lie down. The escape artist. Okay, are we feeling this yet? We're going to feel it some more. Whew. Can't have great arms with bony shoulders, right? Got to have muscular shoulders. Keep your neck long. Okay, we're doing this 10 more times if we can. Bear with me. This is your last shoulder exercise, I promise. Then we have our favorite push-ups coming up. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. Okay, I'm done. Whew. Couldn't do any more. Okay, push-ups. 10. You got that? It's doable. It's not that much. Okay, but they got to be good. They got to be like freaking good. They can't just be small range. So get in position. Here we go. 10. Hollow out your belly. Elbows are going out at a 45-degree angle from the body, no wider. When you've done your 10, meet me in child's pose. Oh, what a nice surprise that is. Just chill out, breathe. Okay, come on back. Give me 9. We're not going all the way down to 1, don't worry. We're just gonna go down to 5. So 9 push-ups right now. Nice job. Back to child's pose. Chill out, relax. Okay, come back. Give me 8. Let's go. We got this. Oh my goodness. Back to child's pose. Okay. 7. We're doing it. And again, if you can't quite make it to 7 and you get to complete failure, that's a great thing. Oh, nice job. Okay, back to child's pose. Take big breaths when you're here. Okay, come on back. Give me 6. Oh my goodness, we're almost there. Woo! Ooh. Nice job. Back to child's pose. This is definitely a workout, not for sissies. Whew. Okay, we just have 5. We're getting it done. Let's go. Nice job. Back to child's pose. Oh, how awesome was that? These arms are going to feel it, I promise. Okay. Come on up, flip it around. We're going to do some dead bugs. Challenging, but not impossible. Then we're going to stretch, and then we're saying goodbye. Time flies when you're having so much fun. Okay, let's do it. So legs are bent, feet are flexed. Knees start out over their hips. Hollow out the stomach. Bring your wrists up and over the shoulders. Actively keep hollowing out the stomach. Right leg and left arm extend. Bring it back in and switch. Bring it in and switch. Now, when you're fully extended out, You want to be really mindful about the stomach. That's really what you're working here, right? This is a super core exercise. Just go nice and slow. When you extend out, hold it there for 3 counts and then bring it back in. Just keep that nice pace as you go side to side. And if you want this to be harder, you keep your knees beyond the hips. You'll notice how much harder it is to hollow out the stomach when you do that. Even if it's just moving the leg a little bit. We're talking about the bent leg, right? Not the extending one. Remember to breathe. Body works better with breath. We're going to do 8 more. Don't quit on me. Let's get tenacious. Let's fight for this. Don't forget the 3-second hold. Whenever you're done, bring the knees into the chest. Whew. Wow, that was tough. Make a little circle with your knees together. It's not big, just little. Change your direction. Okay, so we're going to check out the sensation. Put your arms on the floor by your side, palms face down. Your legs are still bent with your knees over your hips. I just want you to get used to the challenge of having to keep pressing the belly down, keeping it actively working down. By moving those knees out just an inch, move them further out an inch, and feel the intensity that it brings to the core. Now pull them in an inch. So you're not releasing. If you brought your knees in all the way, of course, the tummy could release. This is still an activation. It's just less intense. Now move them out again. Create that intensity. Fight really hard to pull the stomach down. This is amazing for your body. So much of our issues stem from a weak core. Bring the knees back so they're just over the hips. You still feel the tightness in the stomach. It still feels a little uncomfortable, but it's a lot less than when your knees are moved out an inch or 2. Come back, move them out. Really press that belly down as hard as you can. You can test the waters by going a little further with the knees. Your legs, of course, are bent. And that low back, that natural curve you have in your lower back, you can let that curve be there. In other words, if you slid your hand behind my back, you'd get it through. Because I've got that natural curve. I've got that space. I'm allowing it. Bring the knees back to your starting point. It's still not a release. You're still pushing down. Now do it again, move out. This is your last one. I know it's uncomfortable. Just breathe and work your stomach down. Feet to the floor, legs are bent. Now you can let it go. So what we're going to do to counterbalance that, to get a stretch, is we're going to take belly breaths. So you're going to take as much air into the body as you can, all the way down to the belly. So you feel your belly puff out and up towards the ceiling. So try it. Big belly breath in, puff out the belly, and then release it. Do it again. We're doing it 3 or 4 times. Big belly breath in, puff it out, let it go. Repeat. Let it go. Last one. Great job. Okay, arms on the floor. Cross your right leg over the left. Let the knees go towards the right side. You're on the side of that foot. Take that left arm, open it out. This is good because we did a lot of push-ups, which is a lot of chest work. This is going to give you a great stretch over the hip that we also did a lot of. Oh my goodness, how good does this feel? So my knees are not touching the floor, but I'm using the top leg to pull them towards the floor. Really try to create some nice length. Hopefully it feels as good for you as it does for me. We're going to hang out here for a little longer. Just take 5 more big breaths. Really try to let that left shoulder open up towards the floor. It's not going to get there, but you want to get that nice chest stretch. So if you walk around during the day with a very tight chest, what do you think that does for your posture? Makes it so easy for you to round those shoulders forward. You don't want that. Okay, bring the arm in first, uncross, and then bring the legs back up. Now we're going to bring them into the chest. We're going to keep them wide, our knees wide apart, and make big independent circles. So you're getting a nice stretch also for your inner thighs. And some nice movement into these hips. Change your direction. Okay, let's put our feet back down on the floor. We're going to cross the left knee over the right. Let them go down to the left. So you're on the side of that foot. And then open up the right arm. Big reach. Boom, like you should feel that nice length coming all the way from the chest over the hip. Just kind of embrace it. But again, you're keeping the arm active, right? You're reaching it long and strong. Big stretch for that chest, outer hip. Okay, start by bringing the arm in first, uncross, bring those knees back up and into the chest. Now you're going to keep the knees together, lift your head up off the floor and see if you can wrap your forearms and touch opposite elbows. So you're really getting a nice release into the lower back. Your forehead is just facing your knees. And then release it. Put the head down. Extend your legs all the way down on the floor. Point your toes and extend the arms back behind you. Make sure you're resting on flat shoulder blades. So tuck them down. Now, big breaths here. Actively pull the stomach down and just breathe. Now, bring the arms forward. Let them hit the floor. So you release the arms. Now, you're just going to roll your feet in and out. Just kind of loosen up the legs a little. And then do the same with your head. Roll your head side to side. So you release all the muscles in the neck. And then one knee at a time pulls back into the body. Roll yourself forward. slowly so you don't get dizzy. Come up onto the toes. Oh, we did it, Sue. We are committed. You should be very proud of yourself. Get that butt up, hands above the knees, come up to standing. We're just going to take one big deep breath and blow it out. I thank you so much for your power and your strength today and your dedication.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. How about it?
hello. Gotta do it. I had to represent. What are you
You
gonna
had
do?
to represent. Someone's got to represent.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me stop this recording.